What's cracking, everybody? James Coe, aka the Sleeper King, here with you for my weekly deep sleeper stream. It's post waiver wire ads, you know what I mean? But yeah, it technically classifies as deep sleepers, I think, because shoot, all the sleepers have been picked up off that waiver wire run. So now, who's available on that free agent pool for you to pick up right now? Go help you on your fantasy football team. I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few guys here, and I will get to your chats and your comments as I see them. Obviously, if you're on the YouTube side, throw them into the chat. If you're on the Bleacher Report app, we'll get you going here as well. All right, I've got one, two, three, four, five, six. Oh my gosh, I got seven guys ready for y'all. Let's go. This one's one of my favorite ones here because I love narratives. And when I talk about narratives, man, let's talk about Marquez Valdez Scantling joining Pittsburgh, joining Aaron Rodgers, teaming up with his boy. Aaron Rodgers. It would not be a good Aaron Rodgers comeback story unless he brought some of his boys with him. And obviously, MVS is now there with Pittsburgh, taking on Indianapolis. And man, I just like it just because again, you think about his connection with Rodgers. And let me just say this too. I thought that MVS played pretty solid football to close out 2024, right? Like when he was with New Orleans, guy was out here making plays, man. I think he's still got a little bit of juice left. And by the way, this is a team that obviously needs a second wide receiver opposite of DK Metcalf. So if we're just looking at just pure, hey, let's see what happens. MVS at the end of your bench could be a really interesting play. Taking on the Indianapolis Colts this week, who have had some secondary issues. They have had some serious secondary issues. So yeah, man, I'm very interested in MVS versus Indianapolis this week. I would not be surprised if he ends up doing a little something something there. So we'll see. All right, I move on to tight end, and it is Noah Fant taking on Chicago. Again, Fant is looking at a lot of targets. He's looking at a lot of snap share. Snap share for me really is the key. If your fantasy tight end is getting you, 70% of the snaps, he's in line to at least be a decent streaming option. And that's exactly what Noah Fant is for me, right? So again, he's taking on a Chicago defense that, let's be real, is not very good. As a matter of fact, I don't mind picking on Chicago in a number of different ways. And injuries have really opened the door, right, for Noah Fant to be productive here, right? So Gesicki now obviously is hurt, and for me, Noah Fant I think has played decently well, right? So he to me is going to be somebody that if you're looking to stream the position, maybe you're like me, you've got Harold Fant. Or you've got Harold Fan. You've got Harold Fannin. I'm conflating Fant and Fannin. Let's say you've got Fannin. He's on a bye this week. You need somebody at the tight end position. You want to stream. There's nothing. The waiver wire is bare. Noah Fant's available, man. Noah Fant is available in a lot of different spots. So again, if you're looking at tight end there, I think Noah Fant is really, really interesting. I want to stay with Chicago in that Chicago matchup and talk about Cincinnati. Samaje Perine, man, like he's been doing some stuff now. You know what I mean? Like, so I think they're utilizing him a little bit more. They certainly trust him around the goal line. I think Samaje Perine versus Chicago, again, if you're desperate at the running back position, I think he gives you something here. Let me also say the matchup is pristine. Right? Chicago, they stink against running backs right now. They've given up the fifth most rushing yards. They are what? They're bottom 10 in terms of fantasy points per game allowed to the running back position. And shoot, man, they have just been absolutely gashed on the ground, right? You're talking about 5.17 yards per carry allowed to opposing running backs. That's the fourth worst mark in the NFL. They're bottom 5 in yards before contact. They're bottom 10 in yards after contact. They're bottom 10 in explosive run rate allowed. They are bottom 3 in terms of run stuff rate allowed. I mean, this is a team that cannot stop the run. However you want to put it, they struggle against the run. Samaje Perine, I think, has been running well. And shoot, he has a history of doing this. As a backup running back, Samaje Perine has been incredibly effective. Are we seeing that once again here in 2025 for the Cincinnati Bengals? We might be. We might be. So again, if we're looking at a desperation play, At the running back position, Samaje Perine to me is really, really interesting against Chicago. All right, we got a couple of questions here in the chat. And by the way, if you've got questions, obviously throw them in on the YouTube side. And man, we'll do our best on the Bleacher Report side. I know they kind of pop up and kind of go away, but we'll get there. We'll get there, man. This is from Alan Morton. I just picked up Tyrone Tracy. Can he save me? Yes. Guys, I know Cam Scatterbo he was like the vibes king, bro. Scatman was the vibe king. Oh my god. How many TikTok edits do I got to see a Cam Scatterbo, man? It's crazy. But no, listen, Tracy's a high quality back. And let's not forget, there's a reason why he was a starter to start the season. There was a reason for that. 100%. I can't believe actually that Tracy was on the waiver wire. To be honest with you, this guy's a high quality running back, and he's obviously got pass catching chops as a converted wide receiver as well. So, yes, no, absolutely. I really like Tracy. Is he the vibes king? No, he's not the vibes king. But we do have an elevated offense here with Jackson Dart, right? And he's the starting running back. Yes. Dude, listen, guys, Tyrone Tracy is a locked and loaded RB2, right? If things break right for him, dude, he's going to be flirting with a top 12 finish. I'm just saying, man, like 100% Tyrone Tracy, I believe in it. Brave Warrior, Bam Knight, Arizona, available in some leagues. Yeah, if he's available, go pick him up. Look, I don't know what the effective or how long his effectiveness is going to be, right? Like, how long is he going to be effective in there, right? Once Trey Benson comes back, Bam Knight's not going to be really called upon. And I know Michael Carter got cut, but they added him back to the practice squad. It sounds like a procedural move more than anything else. So, look, Bam Knight, if he's available, go pick him up because we have to pick up starting running backs. And right now, Bam Knight is a starting running back. So, yes, if he's available, go pick him up. James Coffey. I see you, Doug. In full PPR, do you prefer running back Tank Bigsby or Isaiah Davis if Hall is traded? Thank you. Both of those guys, both Tank Bigsby and Isaiah Davis, are worth pickups and speculative ads. I would say that Tank Bigsby looked more explosive. He's got a better offense, obviously. He's got a better offensive line by far. And so, yeah, I would lean on if we're just chasing one of those two and we're looking at just chasing pure upside, I would say Tank Bigsby. Saquon obviously got hurt a little bit in that ball game, man. So, yeah, if we're chasing just pure ceiling, Tank Bigsby's your guy. All right, let me get back to this list here real quick. All right, so we had MVS, we got Noah Fant, we got Samaje Perine. Oh, man, you know who else I really like at the wide receiver position? How about Michael Wilson? There's no other reason other than Michael Wilson is playing Dallas, and he's a starting wide receiver. Look, Michael Wilson is a quality wide receiver. I'm not going to say he's super explosive or whatever, but he is a starting wide receiver. He's taking on Dallas, and man, Dallas is horrible. My God, they can't defend. They cannot defend. I just made a trade, and I feel terrible about it, but whatever. It's a 14-team league, okay? And I traded Brian Thomas Jr. for Dak Prescott straight up, man. And honestly, I say I feel terrible. I actually feel good about it, right? Like the shoulder injury, the chemistry issues, like I don't know what's going on, like with BTJ, whatever. But the bottom line is Dak Prescott's going to continue to eat, and he needs to. He needs to. I know he had an off week this past week, but man, the defense is so bad. He's got to keep slinging it. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson. Again, I mentioned Jake Ferguson got you a freaking fat zero spot. But I'm just saying, overall, I think week by week, Dak is going to be in a position to succeed, right? So I really like Dak moving forward. Anyways, whatever. Neither here nor there. You guys don't care about my fantasy team. But there you go. But Michael Wilson taking on Dallas. Dallas is absolutely awful. If you guys are looking for a streamer, if you're looking for a DFS, pick here, I think Michael Wilson is really, really good. Okay, we're moving on. We're staying at the wide receiver position. We're talking about Alec Pierce taking on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, bro, I don't know what is going on with Pittsburgh's defense, but they are terrible. I know they made a trade. I don't really care. I think to me it's I don't know what's going on. They've got some really good high-priced players, but right now they're just not playing well. And as a matter of fact, Alec Pierce, I think, is playing well. There's obviously a strong competition for targets, but this is a player that I think has been playing pretty good football, man. And as such, I think he's got a decent matchup against Pittsburgh as well. That's why we got to go and add this guy. Again, I don't know what's going to happen here, but Pittsburgh right now is giving up the second most fantasy points per game to wide receivers lined up on the outside. That's where Alec Pierce lives, right? And again, a 67.6% completion rate to wide receivers on the outside. That's the third, no, that's the fourth worst in the NFL. There's just so many metrics here that tell you that Pittsburgh cannot defend outside wide receivers. They've given up, guys, they have given up the most receptions. They've given up the most yards per game to wide receivers lined up outside. Is Michael Pittman going to eat? Yeah, you bet your ass he's going to eat 100%. But I'm just saying, Indianapolis, I think is in a really good spot here. And I really like what I see here from Indy going into week number 9. All right. So yeah, Alec Pierce, if he's available, go pick him up. I do think he's in a good spot. I think he's a great deep sleeper candidate this week. All right, back to the chat. Abra Abrego Andres? Abrego Andres. I think I got that. Yeah. Should I drop Chuba for Aaron Jones Sr.? No. I wouldn't drop Chuba, but dude, can we add Aaron Jones though? I just wrote about him this week, and I do think that Aaron Jones is a buy low candidate for sure. I just don't know if I want to drop Chuba. I feel like we're rearranging the decks on the Titanic with that one. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. I apologize. I'm a little under the weather. I got kids, man. Anyone kids, y'all feel me? It's like a walking freaking science experiment over here, bro. Like I got a kid. He's 6 years old, kindergarten. Oh man, the diseases this kid brings up, unbelievable. Anyways, whatever. Neither here nor there. Y'all don't care. Y'all want to talk about fantasy, man. Y'all want to talk about deep sleepers. Y'all care about my health, bro. I appreciate it though. It's all good. Anyways, again, by the way, if you guys drop some comments into the chat, I'm gonna get to as many of these bad boys as possible here. YouTube, y'all are slacking. What's going on? YouTube, what is going on over here, bro? I see we got a number of folks watching, but man, we got nothing. We got absolutely nothing going on in the chats. I don't get that. What's going on? Okay, anyways, let's get this going. Where'd I go? Okay, we had Michael Pierce, or excuse me, Michael Pierce, Michael Wilson and Alec Pierce. Michael Pierce, of course, is the longtime defensive tackle. Who cares? We're going to wide receiver here. Dude, have y'all been paying attention to Chim DK? Have y'all been paying attention to Chim DK? He's been playing now. Last week he saw a huge bump in snaps, and his productivity has been pretty solid. Again, I just want to highlight the fact that he is emerging as a potential player here for the Tennessee Titans. He's really their slot guy. And the reason I bring that up is, well, who was their slot guy before? It was Tyler Lockett. He's no longer with this team. I think Chim DK, regardless of whether or not Calvin Ridley plays this week, is in a good spot. And he's somebody that should be rostered right now because of that, of the release of Tyler Lockett, who goes back to Las Vegas. But Chim DK is going to be a slot receiver here for Tennessee. He's taken on the Chargers. The matchups, whatevers, right? But that being said, he's going to get usage, and he's an explosive player. He's an explosive player, is Chim DK. So yeah, I would say again, if he's available on the waiver wire, go and pick him up. All right, finally here, one more pickup, deep waiver wire pickup, and then I'm going to get to as many of your questions as possible here. Mac Jones taking on the Giants. Obviously, we got to keep an eye on the injury report here for San Francisco. I'm not 100% sure Mac Jones is going to start, but it sounds like we are very close to saying Mac Jones is going to start against the Giants. I don't think there is some concern as to whether or not they want to play um, Brock Purdy on that MetLife field. That is sad. It's sad that it's become a death trap there at MetLife. That literally guys are just like, you know what? He's coming back from injury. We can't even play him there. That's so sad. That's so pathetic. Anyways, Mac Jones, if he plays, is in such a good spot against the Giants. I really like this matchup here for Mac Jones. You take a look at what the Giants are doing right now. They're obviously struggling against quarterbacks, but I do like it though, right? So again, the Giants right now have allowed the third most fantasy points per game to the quarterback position. You take a look across the board; they're just struggling. They've given up the 10th most passing yards. Their quarterback pressure rate. They're despite having that awesome defensive line, bottom 12 in terms of quarterback pressure rate. If you give Mac Jones a clean pocket, he's going to dice you. He's going to slice and dice, man. Um, yeah, I see Alex Cruz in the chat. If Hall gets traded, I would prefer Davis over Tank Bigsby. Well, yeah, no, look, obviously, if that happens, we're preferring Isaiah Davis. I'm projecting here because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think that Hall's going to get traded, though, right? So now, what are we talking about? How many teams are out there trying to trade for a running back? Not many, especially one that's up for a contract. Like, what are we trade? You know what I mean? Like, are the Jets going to trade him for like a fifth rounder? I don't think. I mean, I would hope not. That doesn't make sense. Maybe they do. I don't know. But again, yeah, if Hall's traded, obviously we want Isaiah Davis. But if not, and we're just looking at potential injuries or something like that, I'll take Bigsby right there. Anyways, okay. Let me get back to the chat here. Okay, so yeah, there you go. By the way, so again, if you are looking for a streaming quarterback, Mac Jones, I think, is in a really good spot against the Giants. Again, you got to check those injury reports, see if Brock Purdy is going to start. If he doesn't, Mac Jones, I really like him. I'll tell you right now. As a matter of fact, the Sleeper King is going to tell you Mac Jones is scoring 2 touchdowns, at least 2 touchdowns against the Giants this weekend. So again, if you're looking for a streaming quarterback, give me Mac Jones. All right, let's get to the chat here. Someone dropped Mike Evans, worth a stash. No. Nah, man. They're saying he's gone for the regular season. Doesn't really matter. By the time he comes back, he's an older player too. By the time he comes back, man, like how much time is left in the season? I mean, listen, it costs you nothing to add him and stash him if you've got an IR spot available. But as soon as you need another IR spot, yeah, we're dropping him. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind. Maybe your team gets really lucky and stays healthy all year. And Mike Evans is just sitting back there waiting to come back and get activated. Yeah, 100%. If that's the situation, let's go for it. But I wouldn't hope for anything, if that makes any sense. T Greek, how about Christian Watson? I like Christian Watson. I don't know what the competition for targets is going to look like. Obviously, it's very crowded there in Green Bay. Jaden Reed's going to come back at some point here too, mucking things up even more. The problem with Christian Watson is you just have no idea when to play him, and they've got two other outside wide receivers that need to get some work. Matthew Golden's been a huge disappointment. I just want to say I like Matthew Golden, but there's a reason why in the preseason, I came on this stream and said, I'm not buying Matthew Golden. Like the hype has gotten too high, and people are like, "Oh man, this guy doesn't know ball. You need to watch more." People, oh, he's a great route runner, guys. Look, he's a good route runner. He's good versus zone. He's just not a reliable man beater. You want to play outside, you want to get my attention, you got to beat man. Period. I don't think he's that guy. I don't think he's not in his rookie year, but I like him. I like the upside. Maybe talk to me next year. Maybe I see some stuff in training camp. Maybe I see some stuff in the preseason where I'm like, oh, okay. He's developed as a man beater. I'll buy it. Sure, why not? He's got the speed, obviously. I'm just saying, for right now, competition for targets, Christian Watson, I'm not 100% sure, man. Quentin Evans, maybe. Should I keep Chuba or Dowdle? Man, I want to hold on to both if I can, bro. If I can. Dowdle's obviously the starter moving forward, but you just never know. I think he's gotten some really good matchups to make him look a lot better. But that being said, he's obviously the more explosive player. Chuba, I think is still. I personally think that Chuba's still dealing with some injuries. So that would be my thought right there. I want to hold on to both, but if I had to hold on to just one, it's obviously going to be Rico Dowdle. All right, this what a handle from Pooh Star. What a handle. Should I drop DK for anyone on this list? You've got Jennings. Do you think he'll find his stride? It's all about injury management for him. I mean, he's dealing with multiple broken ribs. At some point, I mean, shoot, I mean, at some point, we're going to see the wide receivers get healthy there. Multiple wide receivers get healthy there for San Francisco. I don't know. I don't know if I'm holding on to Jennings, to be honest with you. I kind of feel like at this point, it is what it is. I don't think Jennings is a must start. I know he had a great, season last year, but 2025, baby, just different season, man. But should you drop DK for anyone on this list? Well, considering DK's on the list, that's interesting. It really depends, but I think I probably want to hold on to DK. I think if we're going week by week, give me Alec Pierce this week of everyone on this list. I just really feel like Pierce is going to break through, man. I don't know why. I said that last week too, so maybe I'm tripping. But maybe. I think DK's I think we want to hold on to DK though. Let's see. Dale. Dale Thaxton, maybe. I don't know. I like the screen name though. It looks cool. Drop or trade Purdy. Well, we can't drop him just yet because he sounds like he's so close to coming back. Trading a quarterback is really hard unless you're in a super flex league. So I would just say stand pat, Obviously, we're working around the injury, but once he comes back, I think, and once those wide receivers come back, I think he'll be in a decent spot. So we'll see. Carlos Burris traded Justin Jefferson for Pickens. What? No, dog. You traded Justin Jefferson for Pickens? Oh no, Carlos. What have you done, my man? No, that's not a good trade for you. I wish I could say it was. I understand why you did it. You're worried about the quarterback play in Minnesota. I get it. And Pickens is obviously playing with Dak, and he's gonna ball. But nah, man. Ah, dude, I feel you should have got way more than George Pickens. Sorry, bro. I hate to say it. And the funny thing is, you might end up being right that George Pickens may end up having a better season than Justin Jefferson. But the reason I would say I was disappointed by that trade for you is that you could have gotten more. You could have gotten Pickens plus another player for Justin Jefferson, right? You could have gotten a high-end running back, like a bottom 10 running back for Justin Jefferson. I just think you could have gotten more. And again, it's not to say that Pickens, won't outscore Jefferson. He might because of what the situation we just laid out. But you got to get more value back, man. You got to get more value back. So man, sorry, bro. Like, I know that's not what you wanted to hear, dog, but I gotta see. I gotta tell it how I see it, and that's how I see it, man. I hate this update. What a screen name. Is it too soon to grab Trey Benson? No, 100% no. Grab Trey, dude. If Trey Benson's working on the waiver wire right now, go pick him up. Are you crazy? Yes, go pick him up. You've got three injured running backs: Pacheco, Bucky, and Hampton. You've got Monungai and Bam Knight. You could drop Monungai. You could drop. I think you could drop Bam Knight too, but he's obviously has a clear path to work right now. But you could drop Monungai. If you've got all those dudes, you could drop Monungai for Trey Benson, I think, for sure. Ivan Mota, Quentin Johnson, or Kayshon Boutte. I guess I'll take Kayshon Boutte because I think with the arrival of Oronde Gadsden, I think Quentin Johnson's just done. I think he's done. So I'll take Kayshon Boutte, who honestly has outscored Stephon Diggs on the season. So go ahead and give me Kayshon Boutte. He's got a quarterback in Drake May that's obviously playing at an extremely high level. All right, I look on the YouTube side. DeAndre Phillips, Khalil Shakir, good pickup. No. Still not playing enough. Snap share is incredibly low. Everything he did last week was on a catch and run. Yak yardage is really hard to replicate. I don't think there's a lot there in regards to Khalil Shakir. James Coffey in full point PPR, is wide receiver Chris Godwin worthy of an IR stash? Yes. I don't know when he's going to be back, but if you could stick him on the IR for all the reasons we talked about, he's not gone for the whole season like Mike Evans, but when Chris Godwin comes back, he's going to be a critical piece for that Tampa Bay offense. So yes, 100%. If he's out there, stash him on IR for sure. Would you drop Chuba for Tracy? Would I drop Chuba for Tracy? This is from Nino Brown. Oh man. I'm going to say yes. Well, I mean, it's an obvious yes because you're trading a backup for a starter. That being said, golly, is there nobody else you can drop? Chuba's got some value. Dropping him seems risky. That's all. In terms of roster management, I would try to find somebody else to drop, man. That'd be my thought there, dude. I don't know. Okay, we got a few more questions, and then I got to roll, man. Brave Warrior, I traded JJ Chase Brown for AJ Brown, Gatson, and Charbs. 12 team PPR. I don't like that deal for you, man. I don't look, you guys are worried about the quarterback situation there for Justin Jefferson. I'm not that worried, honestly. At the end of the day, he's seeing 10 targets a game, period. He's a great player. Um, I just and for AJ Brown, AJ Brown's got some issues now, you know. So Brave, I sorry, bro. But again, this is another trade where I'm like, yo, you could have gotten way more. Dude, Chase Brown's coming off of a great 2 week stretch. Oh man. I know Gatson is balling right now, but it's a tight end. I feel like you could have gotten more, dog. Sorry, man. And again, 12 team PPR, depth is not quite as important. You traded for depth, right? Like Charbs is a touchdown dependent running back. That's tough. And especially in PPR, the guy never sees any passes. Ah, man. Again, I feel like you could have gotten more Brave. My bad, dude. And again, I know that's not what you wanted to hear, dog, but I mean, JJ to me, see, this is the thing. JJ to me, guys, is too valuable. You can't be trading him away for spare parts, man. That's crazy. Don't do it. That's crazy. CW37, who would you rather have, Monungai or Isaiah Davis? I would rather have Monungai. Monungai has a clearer path to work right now. He's seeing about 45% of the snaps. That's pretty good. But I do, by the way, hey, chat, by the way, DeAndre Swift, I think is a value because everyone's saying Swift sucks. Everyone's saying Swift, you got to trade Swift, trade. Dude, if they're selling him at discount, give me DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of reason for optimism. I won't get into all of it, but you could find my work. I'll post it actually on my social media, man. If you guys want to go follow me there at James D. Co. This is from JW Webb. You sound like an oil tycoon. JW Webb. Pick up Wilson and bench Jennings. I have no idea who the hell you're talking about. There's too many Wilsons and Jennings. I'm assuming you're talking about Juwan Jennings. I literally have no clue who you're talking about. Kevin Reyes. Are you talking about Garrett Wilson? He's what? He's not on the waiver wire, is he? Bro, dude, I have no idea. Um, Emmanuel Wilson, dude, bro, there's too many Wilsons. I'm not going to go through that mental exercise. Kevin Reyes, 91. Throw Sampson at the end of the bench or think Judkins will be back. If Dylan Sampson is available, he is a must add. Judkins was a little bit banged up. I think part of it was the blowout. I think Judkins will be fine, but we can't risk it, you know? Go ahead, have Dylan Sampson ready just in case. And if he doesn't go, man, it's all good. We just drop him again. KV90. You've got Tucker Kraft. You've got Fannin. You've got Kincaid. Should I sell high on Kraft or hold? No. Hold Kraft, sell Fannin, sell Kincaid. I would want to sell Kincaid the most. I can't. You've got three high quality tight ends. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm looking to sell Kincaid. I'm definitely looking to sell Fannin. Fannin's your most sellable asset of those three. River Unicorn. This dude is the only one on BR with solid advice. River Unicorn, let's go. Let's go. I love you, pal. You're the best, bro. I appreciate that, man. Look at this huge smile on my face for some random internet dap out. Like, yo, I'm that easy, bro. Anyways, hey, listen, I appreciate y'all, man. If y'all want to find me, on social media at James D. Co. Wherever you go, man. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's X, Blue Sky, Threads, it don't matter. I'm at James D. Co. I own that handle, baby. Let's go. If y'all want to find me there, shoot me some DMs or whatever, whatever, man. I do a pretty good job of trying to respond to everyone that I can. I don't get to everybody, but dang, man, I try to hit at least 90% of the comments and questions that come my way. All right. I do spend a good amount of my time actually trying to get to those questions. Anyways, I love helping y'all, man. That's my thing. I do love helping you. I really, really do. And when I don't help y'all, I feel bad, man. Like it bothers me. It just drives me crazy. Anyways, that's it for this week, man. We'll be back again next week on the same Bat Bleacher Report time, same Bleacher Report channel, all that kind of good stuff. Anyways, I gotta bounce out of here, but we'll see you. But remember, it's never too late to chase your dreams. Peace.